Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, I'm thrilled to take you on a journey through a supernatural horror film called The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Before we delve in, I kindly request you to subscribe to our channel and show your appreciation by hitting the like button. If you haven't watched it yet, be warned that spoilers lie ahead. Watch out and take care. A ship with a full load departs from Romania for England. It is found abandoned and empty when it is discovered near the coast. A team stationed at a lighthouse notices the wreckage and recovers a captain's journal from the wreckage, which details the events leading up to the crew's death. Captain Elliot and his first officer, Wojciech, start looking for crew members to staff the Demeter for the trip to England 4 days prior. A doctor named Clemens, who had previously attended Cambridge, crosses their path as they pursue their goal. Wojciech chooses to go with 3 other people instead, but Clemens insists on going with them. One of the guys grows uneasy when they come upon a container bearing a dragon's insignia as they load their cargo onto the ship. Toby, Elliot's grandson, nearly gets hit by the crate as a result of his grasp slipping due to his fear. Clemens steps in, saving Toby just in time by removing him from danger. The worried man walks away with fears that the dragon symbol has sinister meanings. Elliot thanks Clemens for his assistance. Along with other crew members, Abrams, Olgarin, Petrovsky, Larson, and Joseph, they set out on the ship's voyage. Toby takes Clemens on a boat tour of the farm, showcasing the animals and introducing Huckleberry, his dog. Clemens then exhibits interest in understanding the world's complex dynamics during the crew's common lunch. The dragon, emblazoned crate begins to sway and eventually topples, indicating the appearance of an unidentified monster. The crew gets the horrifying realization that Huckleberry and the livestock have perished violently as the journey to England continues without incident. Given that Huck was entrusted by Elliot with the responsibility of taking care of the animals, Toby is overcome by grief over Huck's passing. Toby, who is in mourning, finds comfort from Clemens. After tossing the animals overboard, the crew searches the cargo hold and discovers a woman hiding under one of the crates, barely holding on to life. Clemens administers blood transfusions that can save lives. Petrovsky launches a tirade of insults directed at both the woman and Clemens. Larson intimidates Clemens as he tries to reply by brandishing a knife. The woman had spoken a few words and identified herself as Anna, Toby tells Clemens later. Petrovsky keeps watch on the deck as it gets dark while the rest of the crew sleeps. He goes outside after hearing a knocking sound to investigate. The creature is then encountered by Petrovsky as it creeps across the deck. The beast pounces on Petrovsky before he can react, slicing his throat with razor-sharp claws and squeezing his life out of him. The crew is worn out as a result of finding Petrovsky's blood all over the deck. Despite the fact that Clemens had reported Petrovsky's death, Wojciech immediately accuses Clemens. The same evil beast attacks Larson again that night while he and Olgarin are on duty on the deck, dragging his face across the wood before devouring him. Olgarin climbs to vast heights in an effort to escape the beast, but it pursues him and attacks savagely, biting Olgarin's head, leaving him alive but seriously hurt. As night falls, Olgarin, who had been bound to a bed, succeeds in escaping his bonds. He changes into a bloodthirsty, voracious puppet and chases after Toby. Toby finds safety in the captain's quarters, where he takes cover. The remaining crew members go below deck when they notice an unpleasant development. They control Olgarin's hysteria and try to break in through the door. At the same time, Toby is persistently pursued by the evil creature who turns him into his victim. When Anna shows there, she steals a gun and destroys the door's lock. Unfortunately, the beast has already attacked Toby and drained the majority of his life force. On the deck, Abrams assumes the night watch duty. He is rendered helpless by Joseph, who then makes an effort to depart the ship in a lifeboat and escape the grasp of the winged creature. Unfortunately, the creature's ability to fly allows it to find and kill Joseph, which causes the lifeboat to return to the Demeter with a horrifying blood trail. Olgarin discovers himself tethered to the ship's mast as Toby receives attention. He claims to be able to hear every sound made by the wind, the waves and the pulse of blood in everyone's veins. Olgarin laments a searing sensation that is sweeping over him as morning approaches. When sunlight comes into contact with his skin, a violent firestorm of agony is set off, forcing Wojciech to shoot the man in the head to death. Anna discusses her perception of the underlying cause with Clemens. She lived close to a castle where the monster, who was none other than Dracula, lived back in her hamlet. In contrast to Olgarin's fate, Anna's metamorphosis was prevented by the blood transfusions given by Clemens after he had bit her and intended to use her as a source of sustenance. To secure the crew's security, Elliot considers making a port stop at the following location. They object though, worried that they may lose a promised bonus payout. The team wraps Toby in a shroud and gets ready to cast his body into the ocean's depths out of fear that he may meet a similar fate. After Anna offers a prayer, Elliot's sadness pushes him into a delusional condition, making him think Toby is showing signs of life. When they remove the shroud, they find that Toby has become a vampire. Elliot gets burned when he touches the boy because the sunlight scalds him too. They abandon Toby in the water where he eventually perished, leaving Elliot in a hopeless situation. The Demeter's crew is concerned about the potential effects of bringing Dracula as they get closer to England. Elliot's mental state continues to deteriorate, which encourages the idea of using Dracula to bring Toby back to life. He recants after Anna steps in and convinces him otherwise. Despite Wojciech's hesitation, who views the ship as his home, the crew unanimously decides to engage Dracula in a definitive fight with the intention of bringing him down alongside the ship. As night falls, preparations are made for the approaching arrival of Dracula. Elliot is adamant on sinking with the ship as the vampire swoops in, taking Abrams as its first victim. Before Dracula turns his attention to Elliot, Wojciech falls through the deck, breaking his leg and dying. Clemens makes an effort to fight Dracula, but the adversary grabs him by the throat. Clemens bravely states that he has no fear, which causes the vampire to speak its terrifying first words, "You will." Anna grabs a rifle and fires at Dracula, knocking the mast over and paralyzing the monster. She and Clemens flee the Demeter just as it crashes onto the English coast, where the lighthouse staff finds it, and Dracula makes a quick getaway. As morning approaches, Clemens witnesses Anna's escalating change into a vampire. He suggests another blood transfusion, but she says that would only delay what must eventually happen. She bids him goodbye and leaves, parting ways as the sun begins to rise and eventually perishes in a blaze. When Clemens arrives in London, word of the death of the whole Demeter crew has already spread. Clemens frequents a neighboring pub in search of the monastery that Dracula once called home, when he is surprised to hear the ship's pounding noise again. With the same wolf-headed cane he had taken aboard, the evil vampire is now prowling London incognito as a man. Outside, Clemens follows Dracula with the promise to pursue him non-stop until the vampire is permanently sent to the depths of hell. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to share your thoughts and favorite moments from the movie in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on exciting movie recaps like this one. Do you want to keep the entertainment going? Check out this related video to see more of this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.